40 days. That's how long Mumbai, India's financial capital, home to over 2 crore people, has before its water runs out. Not in some drought hill village, not in a forgotten district that nobody cares. In Mumbai, the city of Bollywood, of a stock exchange, of skyscrapers that touch the clouds. As of this month, the 7 lakes that supplies this entire city are sitting at under 10% capacity. One of them has officially hit zero. Not low, zero. And here is what nobody is telling you on the news. This isn't just about the rain that didn't come. This is about choices someone else made. Choices about who gets water and who doesn't. So today we are going to talk about something that affects every single person watching this, whether you live in Mumbai, Indore, Delhi, or a village you won't find on Google Maps. We are going to talk about India's water crisis and the 3 reasons it's about to get a lot worse. Let's start with what actually happened on the ground. Mumbai's civics body has already cut the residential water by 10%, commercial use is down by 20%, you can't wash your car with tap water anymore, you can't water your garden, swimming pools across the city have been disconnected, construction site can't get a new water connections. Why? Because of the monsoon. The rain Mumbai depends on every year, come late, and when it's late, the city of over a crores of people has started counting days, not months. Now let's go to 800 km northeast, Indore. Different city, different problem, but somehow worse. Indore was just named India's cleanest city again for the 8th time. But while its officials were collecting the trophy, the government audit quietly revealed something horrifying. Indore loses up to 60% of its treated water, not to drought, to leaking pipes, decade-olds that nobody fixed. And it gets darker. At least 17 deaths in Indore has been linked to contaminated drinking water. Sewage leaking into the same old pipe that are supposed to be carrying water into the people's home. Read that again. People didn't die because of no water, they died because the water did reach to them was poisoned by the system that didn't care enough to fix the pipe. This is the part that nobody wants to say out loud. India's water crisis isn't just about the weather problem, it's a governance problem. And the distinction matters, because weather we can't control, governance we are supposed to be able to. Now here is where this story gets uncomfortable. Because while families into Mumbai are being told to skip their morning baths, there is a new competitor quietly drinking from the same shrinking water supply. It's not a person, it's not even alive. It's AI. Every time a data center runs an AI model, the kind of powering chatbot, image generator, recommendation system, it generates enormous heat, and the heat needs to be cooled with water. A single large data center can consume over millions of gallons of water a day. Globally, data centers are already consume more than 560 billion liters of water every year, and that number is projected to be more than doubled by 2030. Here is the part that should make you angry. India's biggest AI and data centers are being built around Mumbai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad. The exact same city is already gasping for water. When 340 million Indians don't have reliable access to safe drinking water, a tech company is cooling its server with the same water supply. That's not a coincidence, that's a choice about whose thirst matters most. And only a handful of India's state-level data center policies even mention water sustainability as a requirement. Most of them don't even ask that question at all. But AI isn't the only invisible water user. There is one more. And you have probably used it in the morning without realizing it. Ethanol. India has an ambition plan to blend more and more ethanol into the petrol to cut down import oil. Sounds good on paper. Cleaner fuel, more income for farmers, energy independence. But here is the cost that nobody puts on the petrol pump display. Producing just 1 liter of ethanol from sugarcane requires nearly 2,860 liters of water. Let that sink in. 1 liter of fuel, almost 2,900 liters of water. And as India pushed towards even higher blend targets, experts estimate that the additional irrigation water needed could rise by 50 billion cubic metric a year by 2070. That's enough water to supply all of Delhi for 17 years. So next time when you fill up a tank somewhere in a sugarcane field in Maharashtra or Karnataka, the fuel is quietly costing thousands of liters of water. Water that could fill a tanker for the family in Indore or kept a tap running for a day in Mumbai. Part 4. So, who actually pays the price? Let's connect the dots. A family in Mumbai is told not to wash their car. A child in Indore drinks water that might be contaminated because a pipe wasn't fixed for years. Meanwhile, a data center cools its server with thousands of liters a day. A sugarcane field that grows fuel that drinks almost 3000 liters of water per liter of petrol blend. Nobody asked the families in Mumbai if they were okay with the trade off. Nobody asked the people of Indore either. This is the uncomfortable truth about scarcity in India. Water doesn't run out for everyone equally. It runs out for the people with the least power to demand answers first. Part 5. What can actually be done? Now, this isn't a video meant to leave you hopeless because there are real fixes and some of them are already happening. Mumbai has ordered its major industries, railways, oil industry, and even Navy to shift their recycle and treated sewage water instead of drinking water for their operations, and that's a real step. Tech companies globally are experimenting with air cooler and liquid immersed system that uses far less water than traditional cooling towers, but adoption in India is still patchy and most state policy don't require it yet. And on ethanol, researchers are pushing for second generation ethanol made from the crop waste and residue instead of thirsty crop like sugarcane and rice, which could cut down the water footprint dramatically. The technology to fix this already exists. What's missing is the political will to make it mandatory, not optional. The question we should all be asking. So here is the question I want to leave you with. If you had to choose and someone somewhere is choosing, what should come first? Cooling a data center, fueling a car with ethanol blend petrol, or filling a glass of water for the family that has been rationed for months? Right now in India, the choice is already being made, just not by you and not by anyone who has to stand in the water queue at 5 a.m. Here's a poll for you. Drop your answer in the comments. A. Cut AI data center water use first. B. Cut ethanol production targets. C. Fix city pipeline and leaks before anything else. D. All three, there is no single fix. We reply to every first comment. Drop yours below. If your city has faced water cuts and if you are seeing wastage that nobody is holding accountable, message us. Your story might be the next one we bring to the light.